Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Naved Khan. This is a day 8 of SQL LeetCode problem series and today we solve this question. The question name is 1581 customer who visited but did not make any transaction. If you are new in this channel, make sure like the video, subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. And also you can check full playlist in the description. So we have a table, the table name is visits and we have a column name and its type is visited ID and visit ID and the second one is customer ID. Both type is int and visited ID is a column with a unique value. For this table, it means this is a primary key visited ID. This is a table. This table contain information about the customer who visited the mall. And second one, we have a table. The table name is transactions. So here, column name and its type in column transaction ID, visited ID, and amount. Everything here its type is int. So here transaction ID is a column with a unique value in this table. It means this is also a primary key or in this table. It means transaction ID primary key for the transaction table and visit ID is the primary key for the visits table. And then we go and read this line. Write a solution to find the ID of the user who visited without making any transaction and the number of times they made these type of visits. Return the result table sorted in any order. Okay, so we have a table. The first table is visits and the second table is transaction. So in visits table, we have these IDs and the second table which is transactions. So this is this IDs transaction ID and we have to print customer ID and count number of transaction. So here if we see here 54 is three times 1, 2 and 3. But if we have seen the transaction table, so here 5, 5, 5 three times. It means it visited but not transaction 7 and 8 RD is not visited in the transaction table. So we have to print 54 as a customer ID and count the number transaction is 2. It means here 2 times 54 and 1 and 2 here 2 times and the first time is it's visited so we are not print and the second one is 30 and the 96. So here we have seen 6 for 96 and the second one is 30 for 4. 4 and 6 is not visited in the transaction table, so we also print this 30 and 96. Then we go and write the query for this. So here we write the query. Query we start select select what we have to select. We have to select customer ID. So here we write customer ID and now we have write here count function. Why? Because we have to write here counts a transaction. So here we write count as a transaction. And now we here write visited visits. Yes. Now here we write visits ID. So here we write visits ID. Now here we write visited ID and from the visited table. So here we write from the visited table. So here we write visited and here we write visited as a V. So here we write customer ID from the visited ID. So here we write visited ID, customer ID from the visited ID. So here write and the second is count. So here this is also a V. Yes, this is also a V dot because we count from this from the visited table. So here we also write a visited table. Now we write left joint. What is the meaning of left joint? Left joint means all the data of from the left table and you can say from the first table. So we take a transaction. Now we write left joint from the transaction So here write transaction as a T. Now we write on. Yes, now we write on for V, and here we write visited ID, and here we go, and now copy and then paste is equal to here transaction as a T. So here we write T, and here we copy and paste. Yes, now everything is done, but now this is the main part where we write here uh, which value is not present that transaction table, which value we have to print here. So here we write where T for the transaction table, and here we write transaction ID. So here we write transaction ID. Now is null. This is a function which is we have used when we have to check is null or not. Now the last point is group by. Yes, we write group by because we have to uh, like this 5 and 554 and this thing we have to check and correct all the types like this is 2 and it means we have here the a unique value like 54. 54 have we have two times, so we take as a group by. So here we write group by. What group by? We have to write here customer ID group by. So here we write customer ID group by. So and now which things we have to take for customer ID? Here visitor from the visitor ID. So here we write a visitor ID now and run this query and check everything for this question. Now yes, our query is done. You can see and watch perfectly, and if you want so you can take a screenshot. Now submit the code for checking every test case is passed or not. So we go and check all test cases passed or not. Yes, we have 29 test cases, every test cases passed now. So we will meet in the next video. If you are now not subscribed my channel, so you can go my channel and subscribe the channel, like the video and press the bell icon. Also, you check full playlist in the description and also in this code and this code link and also this question link present in the description. So you can go and check everything from the description. So we will meet in the next